And just like that, we're back. The Miami Dolphins will be back in action on Thursday night as our arch nemesis, our current owner, our current father, Josh Allen, and the Buffalo Bills are coming down to Hard Cock Stadium for the first division match of the year. So please subscribe if you could spare a moment. I do the Miami Dolphins preview video every Wednesday on game weeks. Tuesday this week since the game is on Thursday. And then the reaction video comes out moments after the game ends. So if you're a Dolphins fan, or even if you just want to hear me melt down when we finally do lose, at least throw me a fucking sub. I always forget to throw that in there because I hate asking, but I think that's what I'm supposed to do, right? I don't know. Anyways, it's no secret that since being drafted, Joshua Patrick Allen has been eating the Dolphins alive at least twice annually. For perspective, our guy Tua Tagovailoa is yet to lose to the Jets or the Patriots, not even a single loss. But only once has he found a way to beat Buffalo. That, of course, was in Week 3 of 2022. If you remember the butt punt, the 3rd and 22, Miami won that game by 2 points. Well, since then, it's been back to the usual ass kickings from the Bills, and it seems to me if the tides are gonna turn, it's gotta start Thursday, right? Both teams are coming off some rusty starts in Week 1 and had to come back in the second half and grit out some grimy, less than beautiful wins. Buffalo found a way to win against the Arizona Cardinals. Their offense looked just as good as usual. I know it was Arizona, but that's all we have to go off of this year. And they ran the ball very successfully against the Cardinals. Allen didn't throw the ball a lot, but when he did, he was effective. And also, he was just effective with his legs as usual. So it looks like he hasn't lost a step yet. So this isn't going to be some kind of walk in the park here. The weakness Buffalo does seem to have here is defensively. Arizona was able to score with some consistency, and the secondary did seem to struggle, particularly on third downs. So there is that window of opportunity for the Dolphins. As for the Dolphins themselves, defense had a really rocky start. The run defense in particular wasn't very good for most of the game. It looked like Jacksonville was going to have their way with us, but in that second half, gave up no points, had that big turnover in the red zone, found a way to win, lots of blitzing, and when it didn't get there, it was ugly, but when it did, it creates pressure, creates turnovers. It was a thing of beauty. Just like the defense, the offense came out stagnant, very unusual. But towards the end of the game, it got picked up and the big plays started popping in, including that 80-yard bomb to Tyreek Hill that completely swung the game. So those were good signs. But Miami's biggest weakness is the offensive line. There's no doubt about it. Although Buffalo has lost some players on defense this offseason, I still think that they could outmatch the Dolphins' offensive line. That could create some problems, particularly in the run game. Although Miami has popped a few good runs against Buffalo the past couple seasons, so you never know. I mean, these divisional games are tough because usually, since they're so familiar with each other, there is varying results from game to game. And for the Dolphins, we seem to have none of that. They beat the Jets and Patriots with ease. The fan base gets all hyped up just to get fucking cream pied by the Buffalo Bills. And don't get me started on last year. We all remember 70 points against the Broncos. Everyone's thinking the Dolphins are unstoppable. You go into Buffalo, you hang in there for a quarter and a half, but the defense just couldn't stop Josh Allen. And that's going to be the major difference. Can the Dolphins find an answer for Josh Allen? Even last year, it seemed like Miami was getting there. They had answers, But when they could stop Josh Allen, the offense can't move. When the offense can move, Josh Allen is unstoppable. You can't get them both going in the same game, it seems like. And I think no matter what, you have to accept that Josh Allen is going to get his plays. But Anthony Weaver has to continue to be aggressive no matter what. Because if you just stand back there, he's going to pick you apart. He's going to run. And I don't think he's foolish enough to allow that. You're obviously not going to get a shutout, but you can't let him slowly drag the knife across your throat like they have in recent memory. But look, if the Miami Dolphins want to start to be taken seriously as a possible contender, it starts with finding a way to beat the Buffalo Bills one way or the other. Because how could we look at them as a team that could contend with the likes of the Ravens or the Chiefs when they can't even find a way to beat this divisional opponent? I mean, you at least have to split with these guys, right? So look, I know that both these teams are in similar places, had similar results week one, so I'm honestly not sure what to expect considering the sample size both teams gave. Buffalo's offense still seems to be pretty dynamic. I know they got Mike White, and some people are concerned that he's going to give Buffalo some insider information. And we have to remember, this game is on a Thursday. They're going to have like 2 days to practice, unless they've been preparing already for weeks. It should be a minimal effect, if any at all. So, now I know I picked the Miami Dolphins to lose last week, and I was incorrect in my assessment, but I think it's hard for me to pick the Dolphins against the Bills because they haven't proven that they could beat them. But I have to go with my gut, and something is telling me that this time it could be different. This time she can change, man. She's not going to do the same thing again. All right? So I'm taking the Miami Dolphins to win this game 31-28. Look at it as like the Dolphins and Bills are going on Maury. And Maury's about to read the DNA test results. Is Josh Allen the father? Because if this time the Bills can still go into Miami, still win, Dolphins are healthy, this is supposed to be the down year for the Bills. If Buffalo still wins, listen, then there's absolutely nothing we can say. Because until Josh Allen is no longer on that team, there's no chance the Dolphins could find a way around them. But we'll see. I'm not very confident in this game, but I am more confident than I have been in the past. I trust Mike McDaniel. I trust Tua. But I don't know. Listen, there's nothing I could do. I'm just here to see if they could find a way to do it. Hopefully, I'll be back Thursday night to talk some shit to the Bills Mafia. But we'll see what happens. All right? That's it.